In this video, we are going to learn about empathy map. So what is empathy? Empathy is when you put yourself in the shoes of another person to understand what they are feeling. So it is basically the ability to see and understand the situations and feelings of another person. Empathy is a core skill for designers because it allows them to identify with users and adopt their perspectives. So what is an empathy map? An empathy map is basically a picture that shows all the information about the user's behaviors and attitudes, mainly what he thinks, what he feels, what he says, and what he does. So let us see in detail what an empathy map consists of. The first one is what the user says. So whenever we ask user a question, what he says, what he or she says. The next one is thinks. So when the user is using your product, what he thinks throughout the experience. Next one is what he feels. That means what does he feel when using your product. The emotional state, whether he's happy, sad, confused. And the next one is what he does. That is the action the user takes. Like, will he further use your product or not? Now let us take an example for an empathy map. So the user is usually in the center. Let us say our user here is Rufus Stewart. So he's buying a laptop. Now this is his empathy map. On the top we have what he says. He says things like which brand is the best? What is the best screen size? It looks like he wants something more reliable. He wants something different, something unique. What he thinks. So he's thinking to himself, am I wasting a lot of time? I want something amazing. What am I missing? Are there things that I'm missing that I have to consider? Or do they think I'm stupid if I ask too many questions? What he feels. So he feels excited. He is unsure whom to trust when he goes to the showroom. So he is feeling a bit afraid, anxious. So what does he do? So basically he goes home, makes a list of pros and cons. Then he checks every website, compares them. He asks his friends for suggestions. Also, he doesn't have to buy it instantly, so he can wait for a while and make his decision properly. So when is an empathy map used? Empathy maps should be applied throughout any UX process to help team members reach an understanding and to identify important user needs. Empathy maps are most effective when utilized early in the design process. So if it is a user-centered design, that is, you keep the user in your mind, then empathy maps can be effective when they're used from the beginning.